Fourth graders, welcome back. So for our next rotation, we're going to be studying comic strips. So a comic strip has about 3 or 4 little sections, and each section has a separate drawing. It has words. So some have one big picture, and all the information can be conveyed in that one drawing. Some have 2, some have 3 or 4, and it's basically a couple of drawings that tells a quick little story. So a comic strip is something that you would find like in a newspaper, which is basically a shorter version of a comic book, which is a much longer story, because this has pages and pages of artwork, words. So it does tell a story, but it takes several pages and lots of artwork. So the artist has to do lots of drawings to create this one comic book every month. So you can see they kind of plan it out, decide where the characters will go, where the words will go. So lots of thoughts go into making a comic book, whereas a comic strip, the same thought process goes into it, but it's a lot simpler. So we're going to be studying, like I said, comics for this next assignment. So here I have this book called Kapow, and there'll be a YouTube link for those of you who don't join me for this lesson, but it's about, well, you know what, I'll just read it to you real fast. So we see this boy building toy blocks. Here he says, "This looks like a job for American Eagle." So he's yelling that, so all the letters are capitalized with the exclamation point. We see he's throwing his jacket. Swoosh, zoom. So he's pretending that he's flying. So in his imagination, this is what he looks like. A little bit different than what he really looks like. It says Kapow. And we notice these little pieces, like he broke through the wall, when in reality, with one mighty blow, the wall tumbles like toy blocks. Help! So you see this speech bubble, it goes off the page, so that's something you could do with your drawing if you don't have enough space for all your characters. The speech bubble can go off the page. Huh? Bug lady, come quick, American Eagle, trouble. Whoosh. So you see Bug Lady and American Eagle going off. No roughhousing, you guys. Someone might get hurt. Whoosh. Zoom. Hey, what did your mom say? Great Scott, look. A panther has escaped from the zoo. Meow. So we see the cat, but in their imagination, there's a big panther. Case closed, Bug Lady. I always say, nothing like a little roughhousing to save the day. Good grief. This isn't why I needed your help. Huh? The rubber bandits robbing the First National Bank. Come on. Meanwhile, there's the rubber bandit robbing the First National Bank. Prepare to be snapped, Rubber Bandit. Mom says no hitting. I'll show you no hitting. Come here. You're stretching my shirt. So there they are, fighting. Now notice how each page, the artist did a different drawing. So you see his face here as opposed to here. For your assignment, you're going to have to do lots of drawings, and the facial expressions are going to be very important, along with the story. So there they are, fighting, and that's what they look like in their imagination, when suddenly, crash. So something crashed. What do you notice besides the characters and the bell? We should notice all of these books, the bookshelf. So you should be adding detail to your work. So this is what really happened. Bookshelf fell over. Ooh, now you've done it. So you see their facial expressions? They don't look happy. They look a little bit scared, a little worried. Bug Lady looks like maybe she's going to cry. What are we going to do when your mom sees? Mom, oh man, we're in for it now. Here she comes. Okay, nobody panic. Leave it to me. I'll think of something. Maybe she won't even notice. So you see his worried look on his face. You can see some of the dirt from the plant that fell. So here comes Mom. You can see her shadow, horns in her head, her sharp claws. What happened? Is everyone all right? The American eagle looks out over the devastation and knows what he must do. We were just playing, and I know you said not to, but I was roughhousing, and I knocked over some stuff, and I'm really sorry. Notice how really is in bold letters. I'll make it up to you, I promise. Am I in trouble now? No one is in trouble. I think you've learned your lesson, and I'm just glad that nobody was hurt. But, since you offered, there is a way you can make it up to me. And don't forget to pick up your jacket, superhero. And so the day is saved thanks to American Eagle and his heroic companions too, of course. So you see them cleaning up. Meanwhile, the cat's still stuck in there from earlier in the book. The end. So, what we're going to do for this next assignment is to create your own little comic strip. So here are a few examples that students have done in the past. This one's called Lolo's New Super Friend, and it was about this girl, and her super friend was a super cockroach. Here's Super Paper. This one was about mermaids in the ocean, so she titled it Ocean. This one was about Super Pencil. And these are just drawings that students did of their characters. So instead of doing Batman, he did Batman and Son, saving people and eating all their food. Here we see the Mega Evil Pencil, and his enemy was a super sharpener. And here's Super Big Head Baby, saving the world until it's time for bed. So these are just a few examples. So what I would like you to do is make up your own little comic strip. So when you get your paper, first thing I would like you to do is fold it in half 3 times. So get your paper, fold it in half once, fold it in half a second time, and then a third time. And then when you open up your paper, you should have 8 sections, 8 rectangles, and your paper can be this way or this way. And this first section, I would like the title of your comic strip and your name. So that's all I want on that first section. Title and your name. So it could be Ocean by Mr. Rodriguez. That's all I want in that first section. And then we start with your story. So I would expect to see at least 2 characters. I would like there has to be words. This is not a spelling test, so you won't get points taken off for words being misspelled. I want to see lots of drawing, so you're going to have 2 weeks to finish this assignment. We'll start this first week, and then we will continue working the next week. I believe this assignment will be due January 28th, so you can turn it in any time before then. So, this is something that I expect to see. So, this first section, there we go. So, here's the title, by who it was, by who made it, and then here we go with the story. The last section, if you're done, you can just write the end. If your story's a little bit longer, you can continue on the back or a second paper. It could stay black and white or add color. If you add color, you will get extra points on your assignment. But this is completely up to you and what you have at home. So, hope you enjoy this. Try and come up with your own characters. Use your imagination. I can't wait to see how these come out. So, good luck. Thanks for watching.